Happy Rampant Consumerism Day! Yes, it's Black Friday, the end of a week and the end of another week of the Daily Grind with me, John from the Kilobits. I have my coffee. There, everything's better in the world now. Hi, welcome back guys. Thank you for joining me on this, the Daily Grind, where there is no news. Yes, obviously we had Thanksgiving yesterday. So we have a slow news day, I'm afraid. There has been very little in the headlines. Obviously, the headlines are just dominated with buy our shit. Whatever store you go to, all the magazine sites are obviously saying where you can pick up deals for PS4s and Wii U's and 3DS's and what have you. But yes, actual news, it's all been a bit thin on the ground. So please, if there is anything I can talk about, do let me know in chat. I have chat window open, and Fran, it looks like he's hosting. Oh, boo. Boo to you as well. Yeah, so if there is anything that you've seen, do let me know. I will chase it up because I have very little to talk about today otherwise. But I did find a few bits and pieces to get things going. First off, just following up from what I said yesterday, apparently the Ranbow Six Siege open beta is actually available now. I think that the servers, they managed to work out what the bug was and get the servers working as of about 5 o'clock UK time last night. So if you are wanting to play Siege this weekend, it is available now. They've obviously worked out what the kinks are. So that does mean that it should all be alright for next week when they actually launch, until something else screws up. But yes, there you go. Just following up, there you go. I'm doing my follow-up from yesterday's news. Right, following up from earlier in the week. I mentioned that a hacker, developer, whatever you want to call, developed a bit of software to allow you to remote play PS4 on your PC. Obviously, remote play designed so you can play PS4 on your Vita. But he'd managed to hack it, initially using like an Android mod. Yeah, I hosted, I need to get used to you streaming here, so I can end my stream as you start. Okay. Yeah, so he'd obviously done all this modding. But apparently yesterday, where is the quote? There you go. Shuei Yoshida from Sony, president of Sony Worldwide Studios. Some people asked if we plan to provide remote play function on PC, and yes, we are indeed working on an official application. So they're basically heading off at the fact that somebody's creating an unofficial app. They are creating their own version. So as I said, it's a slow news day. There's not a lot really. So if you want an official version of being able to play your PS4 on your PC, there is one coming, but the unofficial one I think actually launched yesterday or today. So if you are really desperate to play your PS4 games on your PC, but it's just kind of mirroring it, and that it's available. Moving on, Hitman 2, right? This is probably about the only Black Friday thing I'm going to talk about. Oh, who's here? We've got Shadow Shark. I'm glad that somebody reminded me the actual Kilobits is about. Paulius and Shrubberus. Okay. Yeah, so apparently Square are doing an offer at the moment. If you buy anything from Square Enix's store, you will actually get a free Steam code for Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. This is obviously just to kind of push sales during Black Friday and that. But it's also to tie in with, apparently it's the 15th anniversary of Hitman 2. So if you are planning on buying any Square games, it might be worth going over to Square's store and potentially buying there, because you will actually pick up a free game. What were the details on it? It's when you add stuff to your basket, you have to use the promo code FreeSilentAssassin. Obviously, I'll leave links down below so you can actually read it. Code is valid until Sunday 29th and can only be used once per Square Enix account. The game usually retails at $4.99. So yeah, there you go. If you want to pick up Silent Assassin for free, and you're planning on buying some of the Square products anyway, there you go. That's my consumer advice for today. Hitman 2 is a hard game, worth knowing. Well, yeah, I mean, the original Hitmans were designed to be kind of to really test you. It's just in recent years they've dumbed down the franchise. And talking about dumb franchises, perfect segues. Batman Arkham Knight. Apparently, Warner have sorted out a patch for the PC version, which is still plagued with problems. Apparently, this new patch is designed to is all the details. Apparently it fixes some of the problems. That there is a whole list of bug fixes. It's fairly extensive. Improved VR RAM management is the main one there to reduce frame rate hitches, but it's still capped at 30 frames. And according to all the articles I've read, this patch doesn't actually do a lot. It still doesn't fix the underlying problems, and a lot of people are saying, well, will they ever fix the problems? Is it going to get to a stage where Warner just say, fuck it, right, okay, it's done, we're not working on it anymore, here, buy some more DLC. I've got that feeling now. Obviously, if you brought it initially, you did have the opportunity with the thankfully introduced Steam refunds policy. Still, by all accounts, if you got it on console, it is a fun game. It does work. The Batmobile stuff is a bit redundant because when you can sweep across the city, you can glide but yeah. Anyway, I'm struggling for news stories. This is all I've got. Okay. So there you go. There's a patch for Batman Arkham Knight. Okay, this is where I really am struggling for content. Yes, they've introduced Frog Mario into Mario Maker. Apparently this dropped this morning, last night, something like that. Apparently you can get the Frog Mario outfit. So yeah, sorry, I really am struggling for news. There is nothing out there today. It is bereft of anything of any substance, I'm afraid. So yeah, if you want to play as Frog Mario, you can do now in Mario Maker. Oh well. Froggy-o, yes. I'm sorry guys, there's just not a lot of news today. Okay, moving on to the last story, and this is actually a story. I noticed this last night. I actually noticed it trending on Facebook, which is unusual. It wasn't actually in any of the regular magazine sites and things like that I look at. Pi. If you know who Raspberry Pi are, they make, I wouldn't say budget, I'd say just incredibly cheap PCs. They're designed to help encourage kids to learn computing and programming and all that. Well, they have released their new version, the Pi Zero, and this is designed, well, it's basically an improvement on their current system and that, and it's essentially, well, it's a $5 version of the Raspberry Pi. It is incredibly cheap. They're designed so kids can learn programming and Linux, and it will run an operating system. It's got, where's all the specs? Where can I find the specs? So it has a 1 gigahertz ARM processor, 500 megs of RAM. It's got a micro SD card slot, which is basically where you put the memory in. That's your storage. It's got a mini HDMI socket to output to TV monitor, whatever you want, at 1080p 60 frames. It's got micro USB sockets for data and power, and also plugging in the actual keyboard and that. So yeah, if you were thinking of doing something, teaching kids programming, or you wanted a budget PC to do, I don't know, electronics or things like that, why you not make Isaac videos? So yeah, Raspberry Pi have released the Pi Zero, which is a $5 thing, and even better than that, if you want, you can actually get it for free. They've done 10,000 units, which they are actually sticking on the front of their magazine for free. So if you pick up the Mag Pi, you actually get a free computer with it. So yes, there you go. If you want a free computer, pick up the Raspberry Pi. You can program Linux to your heart's content. And that's about it. It is incredibly small, because that's the size of it. It's smaller than a $5 note. So yeah. Okay, that's it. That is literally all the news from today. Oh, actually, there was one other thing I saw just before I clicked play. Apparently, there's a new update for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. This is literally just in about 10-15 minutes ago. There's a 7.8 gigabyte update on the PlayStation 4, which apparently fixes a load of stuff. But considering how broken that was, I can't believe they have really fixed it that well. It's saying additional levels, additional character campaigns. Where's all the fixes? UI, more options. Doesn't actually say a lot about the fixes. User generated content. Yeah. So it's a patch, but it doesn't actually give a lot of details on what the actual fixes might be. Anyway, have you guys got any news for me apart from Binding of Isaac stuff that's going on? I've tried Shadow, believe me. On topic, Raspberry Pi seemed pretty interesting to me. John, tell us what's coming out on the channel. I will get to that, Fran, in a minute. Let me see if I can actually squeeze any more out of the news section of the show. Switch to Jagras for esports. Overwatch or not. It could fix a million things with Tony Hawk's and it'd still be a train wreck. Yep, basically, yes. Tony Hawk is an absolute, yeah, it is a train wreck. Well, if that makes the game not garbage, I guess it's worth. Raspberry Pis are neat, but computer scientists buy them with a plan to use them and then get left in a drawer. Oh, is this from Voice of Experience? Does this mean Aaron has a bunch of Raspberry Pis knocking around in the bottom drawer somewhere? I lost a promo in Smite. Got news. Fuck's sake, Fran. Yep. Okay. I think that today is pretty much bereft of any news. Obviously, what's happening with the channel? It's been a busy week. Obviously, Fran has had the newest episode of Minecraft Story Mode go out. The last part that went out last night. I also did a little quick bit on a weird little indie, which is kind of a page-turning simulator. There doesn't seem a lot to it, but it's a cute little story. It is a paid-for game, so it might not be worth a punt if you're not interested in something a bit weird. But I found it cute. It was a bit different. It's got these little puzzles in it. Do check out the video once this goes out on the channel, obviously. Yes, Fran, there is a competition. If you saw, was it on Saturday last week, Fran played some more Paladins, and we actually have a beta key to give away. And you have until 7 o'clock this evening. So literally just a few hours left to try and get yourself a beta key for that. So yes, obviously I will put a link in the description and an annotation up there, but you only have a few hours. So once this video is done, obviously go over to the channel, check out Fran's last Paladins video, which was Fernando. Am I right there, Fran? Bible thump, goddammit. About to watch all of John's videos and not Fran's. Oh, I've stolen one of your fans, Fran, have I? Yeah, so this weekend, I don't know, Fran, have you got a vlog planned for tomorrow, or are you doing something a bit different? Co-op video on Sunday is probably going to be, what am I working on? Worms on Armageddon. We've got another video of that, so that is what I'm working on for Sunday. Yeah, it was Fernando video for the Paladins thing, so yes, go over to the channel, check out the Fernando video. There is a chance of picking up a beta key if you haven't already got one. Other than that, how are you guys doing? I'm going to take a sip of coffee and carry on reading the comments. I was her first everything. Okay. Yeah, things are getting creepy in chat now. Alright, yeah, so if you want to check out more content from us, obviously do head over to the channel. You will be able to see all this week's daily grind. What do you actually think of the show? How's it been? Because obviously this has been the first week where I've just done purely streaming on Twitch. and putting the VODs over on to the YouTube channel. So do let me know, how's it panned out in that. I'm starting to work out the workflow in that. I am just a little disappointed that I can't get better than 3.5 meg bit rate on the videos. But what's the quality been like? Do let me know. I'm going to carry on trying to improve these. Do let me know if there's any kind of sections you want to put into the show, anything you want me to talk about specifically. You should request fan art and at the end mock it all. You just want people to draw pretty pictures of you, don't you, Fran? Yeah, so yeah, if there is anything you want me to talk about, discuss, look at, whatever on the show, do let me know. This is kind of the open forum type idea. You can kind of interact, obviously, in chat or in the comments on Twitter, whatever. Twitter there, at the Kilobits. Everything is at the Kilobits, as you know. Yeah, first time watching this show, probably not the best day considering complete lack of news. Yeah, as I said, it's been a slow news day. I mean, it's actually been a fairly slow news week. Obviously, everything, all the news sites have been geared towards Black Friday. Every single day, it's, you know, here's the offers on buying your PS4 or, you know, this, that, and the other. There hasn't been any quality news. This is a disappointment. We need to start making up quality news. Clickbait stuff. So, yes, if there is anything you want me to talk about, if there's any kind of topics you want me to do like a dedicated show on, you know, like an extended opinion piece or anything like that, do let me know. As I said, on Twitter, in the comments, in the chat, or you can get us on Facebook at facebook.com/the Kilobits. Did you buy anything, John? No, I haven't brought anything yet. I'm supposed to be doing my Christmas shopping over the next weekend or so, so I will probably be buying a few bits and pieces. Have you celebrated Consumerism Day? No, I haven't. I haven't got any money. But on the point of money, if you want to help support the show, thank you for the segue, Fran, you can head over to Patreon, patreon.com/the Kilobits, where you can actually help out the show by just kind of pledging $1 or whatever you want to actually help us continue doing this for you. Tell us what you brought. 24 insane news stories from the past week, number 21, made me spit out my coffee everywhere. Okay, it's one of those, is it? Have you been on the dodgy sites again? Yes, so if there is anything you want to help us out, obviously you can go to Patreon. If you haven't got any money, if you're like me, if you're broke, or you've spent it all on Steam sales or Black Friday, and you want to help out the show anyway, obviously spread the word about us. Obviously, if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, you can do that. It does help us out. Obviously, liking the videos also, it helps boost our ranking or rating or whatever it is. It does really help us out if you like the videos. And share it with your friends. If there is anybody out there that kind of likes this kind of vlog style news show, if there's anybody that likes co-op videos, the first impressions or anything like that, do share us with your friends. That is a massive boon for us. We can be BitsFeed like BuzzFeed, but more shit. Yes, that is pretty much us in a nutshell. I picked up a 64GB USB stick and Wolfenstein New Order. Yeah, Wolfenstein, I did actually notice. I was partially tempted about picking that up on Steam, but I don't know. As I said, the Steam sales, I was kind of a little underwhelmed with it all. A lot of the stuff, obviously, we've seen time and time before, and a lot of the stuff wasn't massively discounted. It was kind of that kind of standard 30 to 40% off, so there wasn't any huge discounts. Fuck then, BuzzFeed, that's impressive, I know. Okay, well, I think, yeah, you guys in the chat haven't got any ideas of what we can talk about either. It's descended into fuck BuzzFeed and more Isaac and Smite stuff. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to leave it there. If there is anything, obviously you can get in touch, as I say, on Twitter or in the comments for the video once it goes out. That should be shortly. It should only take, you know, half an hour or so. So if you want to come across the channel, check out any of the other videos, you are quite welcome to. youtube.com/the Kilobits. Alright, I'm going to finish off my coffee and then do the artwork for Fran's Heroes of the Storm video for this evening, which is... Who was it again? It was... Falstead. So if you want to see Fran's Falstead video this evening, go over the channel at 7 o'clock this evening and you'll be able to check that out. Can I replace Fran in the Kilobits? It's debatable. Oh, unhappy Jaggerus. I'll change my hair red. Yeah, okay, alright, I will chat with you again next week. Bye.